Hello, I've just flown into the Russian capital of Moscow. Now, Moscow is a fabulous city for a long weekend, once you get over all the processes of obtaining a visa. In this video, I'm leaving the history to the guidebooks and showing you some of the exciting places to see. The Kremlin is open to the public on most days except Thursdays. They issue tickets for timed entry, but you may still have to queue to get through the security checks. You'll need to deposit your bags at the left luggage office, but you can take your camera. Every Saturday at noon from April to October, the Presidential Regiment appears in front of the Assumption Cathedral. You can visit inside all the churches in the Kremlin, but no photography. This is the largest bell in the world. Unfortunately, it cracked, but was used for some time as a chapel. And this is the Tsar's cannon. Make sure you're not at the wrong end. The tomb of the unknown warrior is just outside the Kremlin walls. And this is Red Square. Lenin's tomb is here, but it's closed to the public at the time of making this film. And this is the iconic St Basil's Cathedral. The former department store, GUM, runs the entire length of Red Square. It now houses hundreds of shops and numerous cafes. And behind me is the famous Bolshoi Ballet. And this is the Wedding Bridge, extremely popular at weekends. Trams are still a feature on the streets of Moscow. And this is the Donskoy Monastery, founded in 1591. Following the Soviet years, the monastery was returned to the Church of Russia in 1992. During the Soviet years, this building contained space rockets and Sputniks. I'm not sure if this is real or not. And this is the Cosmonaut Monument. The Moscow Metro is a wonder to behold and merits a day to itself to view its grandiose stations. The Metro began operating in Moscow in 1935 with a single line connecting just 13 stations, but it's grown since then into the world's fourth busiest transit system with 188 stops. The Moscow Metro was one of the USSR's most extravagant projects, with stations constructed as luxurious palaces for the people, built under the command of Stalin. The iron-fisted leader directed his architects to design structures which would encourage citizens to look up, admiring the station's art as if they were looking up to admire the sun and, by extension, him as a god. And this is the world's longest escalator in a metro system. It's at Park Pobedi Station and it's 410 feet deep, has 740 steps, and it takes over 3 minutes to transit. This is the Novodevichy Convent, which dates back to 1524. Next door is the cemetery, in which a number of notable Russians are buried, including Nikita Khrushchev. And this is the grave of Boris Yeltsin. I'm at the very impressive Museum of Great Patriotic Wars. It was built on one of the highest spots in Moscow. Well, I'm back at Red Square now. That's just about the end of my trip here to Moscow. The troops are rehearsing for the big May Day parade tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.